Welcome everybody to a look at a new 88 films release, and it is 1983's The Lady Assassin. So this is from the Shaw Brothers, who we've talked about many a times before. In fact, we've got one of the Shaw Brothers box sets behind me from Arrow Video. So yeah, this is directed by Tony Lau Chun-Ku, who also did Bastard Swordsman, which was also part of that box set behind me. So this is a wuxia action film clocking at 86 minutes long, or 90 minutes if in terms of this version. That's actually on this disc, although there is a shorter version out there that I imagine has cut out some of the violence because it is actually quite reasonably graphic in parts, despite only being rated a 15. So this stars Tony Lai Wing, who was in the likes of Bastard Swordsman and Human Lanterns. It also stars Lian Lu, who is also in Bastard Swordsman. And finally, got the likes of Max Mock, Siu-Chung, who was in Once Upon a Time in China 1 and 2 and 3 even, as well as An Eye for an Eye. So two rival princes vie for control of the throne as their emperor father nears the end of his life. So although I feel the title of this film is far from representative of the actual plot and characters, since there isn't really a lady assassin for the majority of its running time, if at all, but the rest of this is so well done I can forgive it for that. The film flies out of the gate with its action scenes that dominate the first act while still communicating the plot in an effective manner. And although it doesn't maintain that momentum during the middle section, it more than makes up for that slowdown, which ultimately is still on the whole necessary for the characters and their motivations to be well established. But then it makes up for it, like I said, due to its superb final act. Those action scenes are also excellent with a convincing choreography and well executed violence. The pacing is also generally on point. It is well shot. It is engrossing throughout. The score is decent, and the period production is solid. So, yeah, oh, yeah, they dropped it then. Um, yeah, genuine surprise really, because I figured with this being much later in the Shaw Brothers filmography, that ultimately it wouldn't quite stack up to their prior efforts, but quite frankly, it does, which is a big surprise. So I really rather like this slip cover that it's got going on, which has, well, we have the reversible artwork, which has the original Hong Kong art. Not sure who did this new artwork though for this release. I don't think it says. Again, would like to know because it is actually really rather good, and I do like its reflective artwork that it's got going on as well. And then inside, we have the disc with that reversible sleeve artwork that I talked about, which is the original one. We also get a double-sided poster with this release, which is on really rather nice, thick quality paper, which is always nice to see. Now, obviously, this is not a major limited edition release or anything like that, so, but it always is impressive when 88 Films does this, because they do this with a lot of their single disc, non 4K, more ordinary kind of releases, but obviously they do put a little bit of effort in to give us a double-sided poster on really good quality paper, a nice slip cover, double-sided artwork for the sleeve on the case itself, and we also get some extras on the disc as well. So we've got a HD transfer from the original negative in 235:1 aspect ratio, which means we've got a high definition 1080p Blu-ray presentation, where we've also got 2.0 Cantonese mono with newly translated English subtitles. Then we've got From Child Actor to Fight Coordinator, an interview with Poon Kin Kwan by Fred Ambrosian. Then we've got a trailer and a stills gallery as well. So not a whole heap of extras, but there is still some on there. And the physical extras themselves are also really, really nice and really well done. But at the end of the day, it's more about the film than literally anything else, quite frankly. It could just come in a normal case and I'd still be bowled over by it because it is ultimately a great film, and it's a 4.5 out of 5 from me. I really, really enjoyed this, and yeah, even though that's mainly due to the action scenes, ultimately the plot isn't annoying. There aren't any bad characters in terms of their acting and in terms of their motivations and such. You can all really, all those motivations are well realized. There's no, bad humor or anything like that. It's just a really, really well sorted film in terms of its plot and its characters and their motivations, which provides a really good foundation for the absolutely superb action scenes with some really, really rather glorious violence in it, especially in that final act. So, yeah, highly recommend it if you've not seen this already. Just don't go in expecting a titular lady assassin, because quite frankly, I did not really feel like that came across all that well. Yes, there is perhaps an assassination at the end of the film, but I really wouldn't call her a lady assassin because she doesn't really do that kind of thing throughout the rest of the film. It's more just a battle of wills between these two princes to vie for control of the emperor throne. So yeah, and that in itself is more than a good enough reason to get some solid action scenes out of this. While yeah, just being engrossing throughout. So highly recommend it if you haven't seen it, especially if you are into his Shaw Brothers efforts. This is again another stellar one from them. Not all been like that, but this is definitely one of the highlights of their filmography that I've seen so far. Nonetheless, so thank you for watching. If you have seen this film before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.